And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Robertson. Rebounded by Lopez. Fades and shoots. Brooklyn pulls it in.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, A.D. put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Yao. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
There are big men. And then there's Yao Ming. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Now here's Irving. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. Up top, Davis. Rebounded by Lopez.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Well, you see the power and athleticism at the rim? Who's man enough to rise up to challenge the Big O?
Pass to Ewing. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Ewing's got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Davis with it. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Here's Ewing. From the arc. Yao with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Inside. Here's Robertson. Davis down low. Over Irving. And Davis gets it to go.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
A minute 15 left in the opening quarter. Here's Banchero. Out left to the wing. And here's Davis. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
There's so many ways Davis can beat you on the interior. Defenders always on their heels when he is attacking.
Here's Ewing. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
And the three-pointer goes.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to George. Banchero outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in. Yao's got 10 points in the game.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front, up by 6. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Oklahoma City trails by 6. Outside Russell. Three-pointer. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Throws it up high. Here's Baylor. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Baylor's got his first 2 points. Left side Irving. Pass to George. The shot misses. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for OKC. Trailing by 4.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Outside for Irving. It's stolen. Takes a 13-footer. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Got a hand on it. And he's able to get it back. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Nice job getting position that time by Abdul-Jabbar. And once he gets that position, he goes to work.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Thurman. The fader. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Brooklyn leading by 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
And at 7'2", all Mutombo needs is a position near the hoop, and he throws it down.
And Russell, here we go. Snatched away. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Now here's Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to George. And the jam by George.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The shot by Russell, no good. Beasley outside. Left side Irving. And the finish by Irving.
Kyrie with surprising hops that time, going upstairs to finish it off.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Pass to George. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's guarded by Irving. And he jams it home with authority.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? Filthy nasty right
Down
there.
it
Oh,
goes.
my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Boy, looking to add to his highlight reel that time, the big fella. Lopez showing you a little extra athletic ability for a big guy.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. They set the screen. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Oklahoma City trails by 12. Outside Irving. Here's Ewing. It's stolen by Irving. It's stolen by Irving. Releases from 15. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, it's not often that you see a 7-footer like Lopez knock down the pull-up, but Brook is a very skilled offensive player.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
And so it's Brooklyn, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Down low. Here's Lopez. Here's Ewing. From deep. Offensive board. Tries again. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Ewing's got 10 points.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
To the middle. Banchero finishes with force inside.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
To the paint. Fades back. Lopez can't hit. And so Banchero will bring it up for Brooklyn. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. To the inside. Picked it out of midair. Here's Davis. Oh, the power. Anthony Davis.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City trails by 14. Irving looking around. Pass to Banchero. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Brooklyn with the ball. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Lets it go from the wing. Connects. The jumper drops.
You know, when Irving rises up to take these shots, so smooth in how he gets it done. He always seems to be in control.
The three from Banchero. And he can't get that one. A minute 58 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Ewing. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
It's Ewing again. There's no stopping the dominant center.
Brooklyn leading by 10. Here's Robertson. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to McGrady. 4-3. Hits a three-pointer. McGrady's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
For three, George. Now with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Yao. Pass to Robertson. Fires it from 18. And it's good for 2. And Brooklyn leads by 17.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Outside Irving. To the paint. And stolen by Banchero. Ahead. Here's Robertson. Count that bucket. Robertson's got 9.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Davis. And so it's Brooklyn with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Timeout called, Brooklyn. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. And that's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial All-Star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
Here's Irving. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Down low.
You know, when Yao cuts like this, you got to try to get in front of him and impede his progress. Beautiful execution in the pick and roll there.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Outside Russell. And it's off from three-point range. Beasley outside. Rebounded by Oden. Here's Baylor. No good with a jumper from the wing. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Beasley misses. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Baylor. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Brooklyn with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Russell with the ball. They need this. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Beasley for three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Baylor. Misses off the left iron. And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's McGrady. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
McGrady clearly a shoot-first type of player, which forces defenses to get aggressive with him defensively.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Beasley for three. Russell with the rebound.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Here's Baylor. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Pass to Yao. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
So for Oklahoma City, he's perfect from the line this time. Here's Ewing. The three is up. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
The three is up. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Yao. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Lopez. Nice shot from the wing.
And, you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
Here's Yao. The three-pointer off the mark. Now Lopez. Off the mark. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.